Hey everyone, as you all know, the golf season is back, which means I've got some course vlogs coming your way in the upcoming Tuesday releases. As always, hit the logo in the lower right corner to subscribe so you can stay in the loop with my upcoming content and giveaways throughout the summer. Now let's jump in. Salmon Arm Golf Club. It's a sneaky good track with long history of golf since 1928. Essentially everyone I've talked to about this course just loves playing here, myself included. I was actually looking at the top 100 course list in BC and Salmon Arm is ranked 20th, ahead of some fairly big course names, and I could not agree more with this ranking because it's just that good. It's a uniquely designed, heavily treed course with various dog legs and elevation changes that force a strong mental game, often shot shapes, and a lot of risk-reward plays. Overall, very impressed by the course conditions, and always look forward to driving through the region so I can stop in for a quick round. Now let's jump in to the flyovers. Hole number 1, it's a 412-yard par 4 dog leg left, as are holes 2 and 3. So first 3 holes on the course, dog leg lefts. Be ready for that, and just a great way to start the round. You've got 2 fairway bunkers that act as nice ball catchers on the right hand side if you do hit through the fairway on this first hole. These are approximately 250 yards out from the back tees. Pro tip on this course is always to lay up on the 150. If you try and cut the corners, oftentimes you'll end up going through the fairway or in the trees somewhere because it's a fairly narrow track. So I'd recommend hitting a 225-yard shot. It's a fairly deep green, so you'll want to be cognizant of pin placement here to ensure you're not left with a challenging 2-putt, which can often happen on this course. Now on to hole 7, a lengthy par 3, 208 yards with elevated tees down to a narrow green. That makes it a difficult choice for club selection, especially with the bunkers that are lining the front and back portions of the green. I recommend playing it only 10 to 15 yards less than the actual distance, just to account for the elevation change. If you do go short off the tees here, it's still fairly easy up and down with how flat the green is. Up next is hole 11, one of my all-time favorite golf holes and arguably the most challenging hole here at Salmon Arm. It's the 2 cap on the course, is a 408-yard par 4. You'll have an elevated tee shot that favors a left to right ball movement significantly. The large tree down the middle is just under 300 yards and you'll definitely want to be well right of it so you can have a good clear second shot at the green. Otherwise you're going to be forced to hit a draw around it or even just to lay up. Anything left of that tree is pretty much trouble. And you've also got an elevated 2-tiered green, so beware of the pin when making your club selection on this second shot. And just an all-around great golf hole. It requires 2 very solid shots to walk away with par here. The 15th, it's a narrow 375-yard par 4. Several fairway and greenside bunkers throughout the hole that require well-placed shots. Recommendation here, avoid driver, hit a nice punch down the middle of the fairway. With the length of the hole and the elevated tees, you really don't need to hit it too far on this one. And just choose a good club. You've got an elevated green there. It's also a relatively flat green, so anything tight should have a good chance of dropping. Stay out of the bunkers and should be able to walk away with par. Possible birdie hole here even. Finally, we will wrap up this highlight holes and the round with hole 18. It's a 500-yard par 5. You've got a fairly open tee shot, so one of the rare grip it and rip it holes here at Salmon Arm because it is a fairly narrow track altogether. Depending on your placement, after hitting your drive, you may even want to consider going for the green in 2. You've got a greenside bunker that lands the front and is strategically placed between the pond and the green, which makes it difficult to hit the green in 2. You do have a couple bunkers off to the right there as well, which are probably challenging to find, but very penalizing if you do end up in those. So if you go for a second shot, hit a bit of a slice, end up in one of those bunkers, very tough up and down. All in all, just couldn't ask for a better finishing hole from this amazing course. It's one of those courses, as soon as you finish your round, you just want to get right back out there. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, you better be keeping the ball straight.